been alone now over 5 full years. Too good to pass on with 8 smooth gears. 0% and no money down. Drove it.
I'm putting on a Motobilt Rocker with step on my Jeep JT today. I have all the parts I need, so we'll tape it out. We'll put in the nutserts. We'll put the rocker panel on, and then we'll actually put on that step.
It's not just a truck, it's a blank page start. El Dorado soul is built from hard. Each of these runs clean, but that don't last. Throwing 38s and you're guzzling fast. Milestones humming, stand sitting high.
So we're gonna get that taped off and then keep going.
All around from bumper to bed, that armor alone can raise the street cred. Forget it's resale, I'm building a throne. El Dorado's mine and I made it my own. Lift kits next to make the stands tight. Rock crawlers inbound, still in might. She's in the air and sitting just right. Cause we're turning wrenches in the shop tonight. Met the wheels, nah, couldn't leave them raw. I flake them out and lay down the candy with all. Bronze and gold with a metal flake twist. Now they sparkle like a desert drift mist. Painted the hood and accented it right. House of color, hitting hard in the light. No pearl flops, just flaking candy glow. El Dorado's alive and it's ready to roll low.
Tape doesn't have to be pretty. It's just really going up here, so as you drill into other things, you don't get any extra damage to your body. Okay, so down and dirty, really doesn't take much more than that. We're gonna move our little buddy up here. Lock him in. I'm gonna put him up about that high. And then we just set the rocker right on top. Pretty easy. Guess I could have come up on my tape right there a little bit. I'm gonna get one more piece. And then I got some little cardboard shims, and so we'll get this set, we'll shim it up, see where that gets us. You just need to see, you need to have a good idea where your body line is, so make sure that your tape right there doesn't impede that. This side right here kind of didn't let me see the curve. I want to get it right there so it feels good. As an artist, I kind of go by feeling a lot of things. So right there, that reveal feels nice. Coming back here. So by touch, this is actually the same. It's really close to the same distance all the way around that door. I'm gonna put a piece of tape on this end just so it kind of holds it. And so let's get it back to right there. I like that a lot. So we're just gonna kind of do that. And then it'll support it throughout that whole edge. Now I can double check the front, get my Sharpie, make some marks. Woo! All right, got my Sharpie. Not gonna lie, it is extremely warm today. Okay, that stayed in the same spot, which it should have. I like where this is at, so we're gonna mark the front hole. Gonna get a good front hole. I'm actually gonna mark this hole. I had a weird little bit of sag when I was doing these on the other side. And so I had to go and adjust like 5 of the holes. I just took a little bit of that taper out. You'll never know, but I'll know. So we're trying to avoid that on this one. Okay, that's all you need. From there, we just start drilling. Let's ruin the body. All right, so from here we try to guide ourselves the best we can. So I need to hit the center of this. A little low, don't love that. Okay, you can see how it's in the center, but just a tiny, tiny bit low. And so for this one, we'll just jump right into the 25/64ths. So I believe that's what this next bit is. But it is what we need for our nutserts. So take your time. What you don't want is for it to punch really hard and just really give you some chewed edges. That's what you're trying to avoid. So clean holes, that's what you need. When we go to put this on final, we will go through and put some anti-seize on these, but for now, we're just gonna run them down dry. We'll take care of the anti-seize next. Let's see, there is my power wrench. Okay, again, last time I had some weird drag in the middle, and I want to avoid that. I do not want to have to go through and remount holes. I just want it to fit the first time. There we go, so we're just gonna suck it down. Because last time I had a gap here, and so it was hard to get all the holes exactly where I needed them to be. All right. So we're gonna leave her like that. And do 2-step holes with it on. Take them off, do the 25/64ths. So what I did is I grabbed 2 bits. I grabbed my pilot for the little middle hole, and then I grabbed this 1/4 inch because the 1/4 inch will fit within that countersink. What I'm hoping is the countersink helps it the self center. Okay, I like that better. That's definitely self-centering. So 1/4 inch, just big enough. There's a little hack for you. I guess we gotta wait and see once I get everything ready to be tightened up. Actually, that's not bad either. Maybe I won't use the pilot. I'll just use the countersink for the center. This is going way faster than the first side. Okay, that one does. We'll have to double check on that one. I think that might have enough room behind it, but. Ooh. Okay. Looks like we're all ready to take these out. Enlarge the holes and do the nutserts. Now I probably should have put my little handy helper underneath this, but I did not. So you're gonna have to watch me struggle. All right. Ooh. All right, now we can just speed through these guys. This tool, how I found best is, like I open it up and I'm just screwing it down till the top of the threads are at the top of the nutsert. And that lets me give it a nice crimp all the way closed. So we get a lot of pressure, which means as it's pulling, it's getting a lot of bite on that back side. And then we have enough threads in there to where we don't strip anything. The whole trick is making sure that it's seated in there all the way up to the throat. Because you don't want a gap. You want it to be able to crimp down tight. At this point, we can take the tape off. We're done with the tape. That was just to help keep from scuffing the body. But you can see how fast that was. Once you get it lined up, you're just gonna rip right through it. cold. Now we can get the Rocker Armor in there and then start working on the set.
Yeah. Living in LIE. Langford Industries equipped. This one's for Dorado. Listen.
The whole piece.
Wife was out of town.
Oh my goodness. Burning hot. Burning. I can't even touch it. It's so hot. Okay, we got an end in. Fingers crossed. Like if this works in that 1/4 inch and then sizing up to the 25-30 seconds, if that works, man, this is I'm just gonna rip through these so fast. So we got one down here. Oh my goodness, I got way too much anti-seize on that. Look at that guy. That guy might be right in the right spot. Alright. Sorry man, these gnats are going crazy. Crazy gnats. Again, a little bit of anti-seize. Oh, you're kidding. That's a good start. That one was perfect. It is so warm out. This is insane. I don't even know why I'm doing this today. Wow. Talk about that helping me. So far things are looking up. Like by this point, I was kind of skipping ahead on the other side. Right down. Oh no, I did that with a different bolt earlier today. So, that's what happens sometimes. Ooh. Oh, she's coated. We're gonna have to go and dig it out. Oh, that's disgusting. I hate anti-seize. This is getting everywhere. Well, that's the mess that you end up with when you drop a bolt into the anti-seize. I now have enough anti-seize to basically prep the rest of my bolts, so let's go ahead and do that. Oh, but let's not drop them.
Langford Industries. Yeah, that's what we do.
Alright, I already dropped a bolt in the anti-seize earlier today, so this rag is just a trash rag at this point. What we're gonna do, we're gonna use a little trick I used earlier. Got my screwdriver. Got a drill that's just slightly bigger. So the screwdriver is basically gonna stop it from going into the body or the nutsert. And this guy is just gonna open up the very bottom of the taper. So, that'll shims off of that. We're just gonna ever so carefully stick that right on the other side of the hole. And then I'm going to apply a tiny bit of pressure. So all I need to do is that. That is everything I need to do to open up that hole. Now, this guy should have just a little bit of breathing room. There we go, see? Only needed to adjust one hole just the tiniest bit. The cool thing is, with the taper, you can actually go through and adjust as needed, so it's super nice. Now I can snug all these down. So we'll start with the middle and we'll just go to the ends. And then I gotta go take out the body bolts. And once the body bolts are out, which are kind of a pain to get started, then we can set the step on it. We'll secure it with a couple of the bolts down from the top. And then once that's secured, we'll go through and we'll put the body bolts back in and start slowly sucking everything together. So maybe another 20 minutes and we'll have this guy done. So the cool thing about splitting your fenders is with the step that comes in, it runs just right underneath the fender split. I didn't have to trim my fenders at all after I split them. And then I used the Motobilt inner fenders in the back, and I used the front high clearance Motobilt fenders for the inner fenders. And I did a split fender bracket for Motobilt that has a little LED light that basically you wire into, it wires into your turn signals and your running lights. So when the running lights kick on, it kicks on, and it works with your turn signals. It's really low profile, so if you want something with a little bit more visibility, you can always look for something different, but for right now, it was a fantastic solution for what I needed to do. Some other things that I'm also running on this rig is I have the Motobilt chase rack, I have inner door mollies, I have the spare tire carrier in the back, I have the bed mollies so that I can attach whatever I need to when we go camping and out for adventures and stuff. I'm going to use my rig a little bit different than the regular Motobilt crew rigs that we have running on the trails. My rig, I'll probably do a lot more hybrid stuff, so there'll be a lot of overlanding and camping, and then when I get into stuff like being able to go to Moab or S'more or something else and do something fun with the guys, I'll still be extremely capable to do that, but I'll just make sure that I'm watching a lot more carefully the obstacles and how I'm going up them. I probably won't take the hardest line like our Motobilt crew likes to do in a lot of instances. So that's really how I'm using my rig. My rig does get driven daily, and so I commute daily. I will be driving it to events and trails, and so being able to have everything in working condition both before and after an event or an outing is very important to me. So definitely don't have a trailer rig. A lot of times the off-road guys, they're able to build better because they're doing like full hydro steering, they're trailering it, you know, they could do a lot of other super cool things that I just wouldn't do to this based on full-time drivability. Being able to drive from Alabama to Idaho is really important. Being able to go up into Missouri, we do that often. And so a lot of road miles, making this kind of a nice hybrid on-off road is really my goal for my JT build. All right, I've grabbed the step, but what we need to do now is hammer on all these little nut clips. All right, so those are on. I've also gone through and taken off the body bolts. So the body bolts are down there and loose. I didn't think that that was something you wanted to see me struggle with, because they're a pain in the butt. So now we're gonna lift this up, we're gonna slide it under. Like I said before, it's nice because it just slips right under the front fender. All right, here we go. It's good to get something that's a decent height so that you can kind of rest it on your legs. And then just get her tipped in like that. Got something caught up, so I'm going to kick the bucket. I just needed to walk that backside in. All right. So I'll put 2 down here in the end. That's gonna hold it enough for me to put the body bolts in, and then I can start zipping everything up.